Hello grade 3, here is part 2 of learning about unit 3 again. We are reviewing, remember, review, what does it mean? It means to look again, yes, look again. So this is part 2, this has some more about question 2 and some other things that we didn't look at in part 1. That's it really, you just need to listen and look. So watch the video, listen to what the video says, remember, all of what you see here is in the Unit 3 videos. It's not new, but it is what you need to know. Okay? So watch it, practice, and then you can do your big quiz. The big quiz needs to be with me on the Patay Udom Suksa e-learning platform website by October 25. This month, Wanti Yisip. You know this, we've talked about this. Okay? Not 26, not 27, not 30, not 31. Ooh, Halloween. Okay. 25. That is your last day. Okay, cool. Watch this video and practice unit number 3. Then you can do your big quiz. Okay, let's go. So here is question number 1 for unit 3. This is on student book page 30. You can look at page 30 now in your student book. So what is question number 1? Well, here is the picture from the book. Now let's put the words onto the screen so you can read them. Do you have any? Now we say any in the question. คำถาม put any, not some. We do not say some if it is in the question. Do you have any? And then the food. Do you have any ham? Do you have any watermelons? Do you have any cheese? Now, if the question is do, we know the answer is yes or no. Yes or no. Question is do. Answer yes or no. Yes, I do. Look at the question. Question is do. คำถาม do. คำตอบ do เหมือนกัน Yes, I do. No, I don't. What is don't? Don't is 2 words that we put together. Do not. No, I don't. My, me. Okay, no, I don't. So here there are 2 people speaking. The person asking the question is the lady in the pink dress. So she is talking to the man and she asks him the question. Do you? คุณมี do you? The man is answering. He says I. Yes, I do. No, I don't. So we know that in a question where we have you, do you have any bananas? There are 2 people speaking. Do you have any bananas? Yes, I do. No, I don't. So this is question number 1 using you and I. Let's look at question number 1 with he and she. Okay, here we can see the picture from page number 30. Now let's look at the question. The question is here, part B, you can see it. So we are looking at he and she. Why? Because there is a man and a lady, and the man and the lady are not you and they are not me. So we say he or she. So question word is does. Does. We do not say do because do is for I, you, we and they. Do you, do I, do we, do they. But we are using he and she, aren't we? And we cannot use do, we say does. Does he, does she have any, not some, any, and then the food. Does he have any sausages? Does she have any cheese? Question is does. So we know the answer will be yes or no. So what are the answers? Yes, he does, or yes, she does. Not do, does. And no, she doesn't, or no, he doesn't. Remember, if the question is does, the answer is does. Yes, he does. No, she doesn't, does not. Quite easy to remember. Question does, answer does. Okay, let's move on. Now I want to practice remembering the questions and answers. Can you remember the questions and answers from Unit 3? We just looked at one, didn't we, in your homework? But there are actually two that we need to remember. So let's look at the next question. In this question, there are two people speaking. Two people are talking, okay? One person is asking the question, and the other person will answer the question, okay? So we call these people number 1 and number 2, okay? Number 1 and number 2. Number 1 asks the question. Number 2 answers the question. Okay, and what's our question word? Our question word is what. What. Arai. What. What do? So, when you see the word do, you know the next word will be, you or I. Okay. What do you or what do I have? What do you have? What do I have? What do you have? So this is person number 1. They are asking the question. And here is person number 2. They are answering the question with I have some. Now let's look at this story. So the boy is asking his friend, what do you have? And his friend in the red hat says, I have some. So let's practice. Can you ask the question now? Can you say the question? พูดคำถาม ขอบคุณครับ What do you have? Okay, what's the answer? Can you say the answer? พูดคำตอบ ขอบคุณครับ I have some pumpkins. I have some pumpkins. Remember S because he has 2. Okay, can you ask the question? What do you have? That's right. What do you have? And the answer, คำตอบอะไร I have some lemons. What do you have? I have some lemons. Okay, last one. Can you ask the question, please? That's right. What do you have? And the answer, I have some ham. What do you have? I have some ham. Okay, so this is the next question in Unit 3. But remember, we are asking about you, but now we also need to ask about he and she. So let's look at that now. Okay, so let's look at how we ask and answer this question, but with he and she. So here there are 2 people talking. Again, number 1 and number 2. But who are they talking about? Number 1 is asking the question. Number 2 will answer the question. But now the question and answer are not about number 2. Person number 2 is not who we are talking about. We are talking about person number 3. So number 2 will give the answer about number 3, okay? Number 1 asks number 2 about person number 3. Person number 3 does not have to be there. Person number 3 can be in Chiang Mai. Person number 3 can be in Japan. Person number 3 can be on the moon. They are the subject. They are not part of talking with these 2 people, okay? So, number 1 asks number 2 the question, and number 2 tells number 1 the answer. What are they talking about? They're talking about number 3. Okay, so the question is the same. What?อะไร? Does? Oh, now, it's not the same, is it? ไม่เหมือน Before it was do, but now it's does. Because we are using he or she. What does he? What does she? Not what do he, what do she. Wrong. What does he have? Remember, จำได้ไหมครับ? We said in the question, all of the question words use have. I, you, we, they have. He, she, it have, if it is the question. What does he have? What does she have? Okay, here's number 1. He's asking the question. And number 2 is speaking the answer. He has some. But who are they talking about? Yeah, they're talking about number 3. Okay, let's try. What does she have? She has some sausages. Now, in the answer, we use some. We use some. She has some. Because it is the answer. คำตอบ She has some. Okay, next one. Can you ask the question? What does she have? Answer. She has some. What is it? Yogurt. She has some yogurt. Okay, last one. Question. What does she have? What's the answer? She has some cucumbers. Cucumbers. Don't S because there are 2 in the picture. Okay? Okay. Let's carry on. Okay, now let's look at the same question, but this time the answer is different. The answer is negative. Okay? Doesn't have. ไม่มี Okay, let's have a look. So there are 2 people talking. One person is asking the question, and the other person is answering the question. And they are talking about number 3. Number 1 asks the question. Number 2 answers the question. And they are talking about subject number 3. Question word what? อะไร What? Does. Remember does, not do. Does because we are talking about he or she. What does he? What does she have? What does she have? What does he have? เขาผู้ชายมีอะไร เธอมีอะไร Okay, but this time we are looking at what they do not have. What does he have? What does she have? So person number 1 will ask this question. Person number 2 will answer the question. He doesn't have any. Now we don't say some, we say any because this is ไม่มี คำตอบ ไม่มี any. And here is person number 3. So let's ask the question. Can you do it now? Yep, that's it. What does he have? He doesn't have any cheese. He doesn't have any cheese. Okay, next one. Can you ask the question? What does he have? Answer. He doesn't have any grapes. He doesn't have any grapes. Oh. And the last one. Question. What does he have? And the answer. He doesn't have any bacon. Are you okay? Remember, if the answer comes dot my me, we say any. We don't say some. He doesn't have any bacon. Michai, he doesn't have some bacon. No, he doesn't have any bacon. Okay? Great. That's it. That's it. That's it. That is what you need to know from unit number 3. So part 1 and part 2 are everything you need to know so that you can put your answers on here after you have read this, the big quiz, 4 pages. But you don't write on here. My donkey in, you don't write on this. You write on this. Here is your answer sheet. Okay, all of this is in the 4 pages of the test. You just write on your answer sheet and then scan or take a picture and then you send to me on the Patai Udom Suksa e-learning platform, and then I will check and I will say very good. Okay, so please practice and then do your big quiz. You must send me the quiz by October 25. I'll say it again, October 25. Okay, so that's it. Good luck, and I will see you again in the next class. Okay, bye-bye.